What up? What up? What up? What up? Surprise stream. You know, surprise stream. Let's get into it. Hit the like button. $15 keeps me on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Let's get it.
Sorry, I just said it right now. I'm not trying to be that girl staying at home. I have a lot of ambition. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of momentum. Yes. And I'm ready to move and make things happen.
You're a hooker, man. You're a hooker. Let's hear that again. Sitting on a podcast couch with your hoo ha and tits hanging out with big hoe hoop earrings, ambition and dreams and this, and I got a fire in my butt. Shut up. Just shutty. Let's hear it one more time. What up, Lucky?
In this generation, I'm sorry, I just said it right now. I'm not trying to be that girl staying at home. I have a lot of ambition. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of momentum. Yes. And I'm ready to move and make things happen.
But you said you're a trophy.
How big those fucking hoop earrings are. You know, we say the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hole. Like, hold on. Let's just. Can't even comprehend how big those fucking hoops are. Let's just hear this dumb shit one more time.
In this generation, I'm sorry, I just said it right now. I'm not trying to be that girl staying at home. I have a lot of ambition. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of momentum.
Momentum for being a hot piece of fuck meat. That's where your momentum is coming from. Ambition to be rich and famous for being above average attractive. That's what she's really saying. That's the dumb bitchinese translation. She doesn't have ambition to work in STEM or anything like that. You know, she doesn't have any ambition to be an engineer, a theoretical physicist, or anything. It's all I'm cute, so therefore I can get money out of the world because I'm cute, and men want to fuck me. That's what all this means.
Yes. And I'm ready to move and make things happen.
But you said you're a trophy.
But I could be a trophy and still be a boss, no?
Yeah,
No,
I
I'd
agree.
say
Yes, you can be a
Barbara,
trophy.
right?
Well, yeah, anybody could be anything. Like, look at the dudes. Look at both of the dudes' faces. I mean, yeah, there are no rules. They don't want any rules. They hate rules. They You can be a hoe and then still get top tier man to wife me. I could be a trophy wife and a boss bitch all at the same time. It's all Delulu land. It's all fantasy land.
And a boss at the same time. It is 2021. Like, things have changed. You can definitely be both.
So you're making your own rules. So the man that's making you the trophy has to abide by your rules to what the trophy is supposed to be now.
Wait, no, absolutely. And if
I mean, because you're redefining what the trophy is. So y'all saying that the trophy can be a boss bitch, just getting out to go to work. So okay, so the man that wants to make you the trophy wife, that's expecting you to be home, he has to now abide by your rules. Your new rules to make you a trophy wife.
There's no rules that.
Yeah, in a woman's world, there is no rules. Whatever feels good at the moment. See, the whole female empowerment movement was to free themselves from rules and authority, male authority specifically. And why did they want to be free from male authority? They still got to deal with it from time to time. I get it, their boss at work. But here's the thing: my boss at work is just gonna make me do X, Y, and Z pertaining to this job. I still get to go home and be a hoe and be free. See, when you submit to a man's authority, you don't have, you know, a time period where you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do, or you could be a hoe. Like, no. See, when you're under your husband's authority, you gotta abide by certain rules 24/7, 365. See, when they submitting to the boss at work, she only gotta listen to him for 8 hours, 5 days a week. So that's a better trade-off for 'em. But okay, why did they want to be free from male authority and structure and rules and discipline? So they can be bitchy whores. So they can slang their pussy around and feed into their narcissism and materialism. They want to feed into their whole nature, their narcissistic nature, and their materialistic nature. That's what they wanted to be empowered for. Not that they didn't want to become empowered women to do anything righteous for society. They wanted to be empowered and break free of men's shackles so they can indulge in hedonism. Never forget that.
Your new rules to make you
No.
a trophy wife?
There's no rules that he has to abide by. Like,
Okay.
look, for example, I just told you I have a man at home that much rather have me at home.
Beta. I am no. I'm an alpha.
Forgot my
Beta.
memes aren't working.
Because I tell you
I wonder
why.
why my memes aren't
It's a
working.
sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know that.
Beta.
What?
Beta.
Oh, wait, are they working? Maybe they working, but I just can't hear them. Cool. Let's hear that again because I want to touch on something.
No.
trophy wife?
There's no rules that he has to abide by. Like,
Okay.
look, for example, I just told you I have a man at home that much rather have me at home.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Her man much rather have her at home. But right now, she's on a podcast with 2 other men with her pussy and tits hanging out. So see, these dudes will put up with anything just to have a cute bitch sitting next to him at home. He's not a man. So he's letting her do what he doesn't want her to do, and I'm sure he feels strongly about it. Just so he can have a bitch and maintain a bitch. And this is why I say you can't lead a woman right and be in love with a woman at the same time. You can have love for her, but if you are open and in love, you're gonna do what makes her happy. And usually the thing that makes women happy isn't the right thing to do. So yeah, he a simp and he a punk. And she knows that he's willing to do whatever it take to maintain her. So she's leading a relationship. She's leading a relationship. Women weren't meant to be their own entities outside of male leadership and guidance and control. They just weren't. What about my life? What about my wants? Who gives a fuck about them? It's all about a man's program and how you can exalt that and move that forward. It's not about you. Okay, define this. Shout out to you. I'm not 100% sure exactly what you're saying. You said, "Oh my fucking god!" I wasn't looking at the screen. I was talking about the girl on the right. Can you expand on that? Define this.
Rather have me at home than working, but I choose to work because I want this for myself. I want to build something for myself. I don't want to just be behind my man.
Right. So you don't need a man. You don't need a man. If a woman cares more about her own personal goals than your program as a man, then you shouldn't be with her. And okay, if it's gonna be about her ambition and her goals, cool. You pay all the bills then, and you can fund my program with your ambition, and you better keep respecting me. And matter of fact, just as an insurance policy, go ahead and deposit all your money in my bank account. So if you do decide to leave, I still, I got something from it. I got my business funded. So go ahead and bounce, bitch. How about that? So basically, what she said right there is, I care about my program more than I'll ever care about that man's program, and he's putting up with it. So he can have some little light skinned thing sitting next to him at home. It's pathetic. And I really got a problem with bro's earring on the left. Big problem with it.
And so you've been a homosexual all your life, you said earlier, right?
Than working, but I choose to work because I want this for myself. I want to build something for myself. I don't want to just be behind my man. I
Why
want to
not?
have.
And you can chill out, then why not work
Because
together?
I don't know. I just feel
and
like I'm
chill?
still young and I still want to accomplish things in life.
I'm still young, still cute, so I still want to get attention and money from men, and I still want to see how much I can gain monetarily for being somewhat fuckable to men. I'll settle down when a man. I'll settle down with a man once my looks fade and my body blowed out. You know, that's how a lot of women feel. Yeah, a man is just a retirement plan. I'm young and hot now, so I'm gonna do my party girl phase. I'm gonna get as much money I can from niggas while I'm young and hot. I'm gonna still fuck different niggas while I'm still young and hot. And then when I'm blowed out, fucked up, ran through, washed up, then I'll settle down with a man and try to fake like I'm a decent human being because I don't have any choice now because it's all downhill from me now. See, the if a woman isn't willing to sacrifice her young hot years to get on your program, she ain't worth fucking with, and she's not worth giving your best years to if she didn't give you her best years. And that's why I say never marry a woman older than 25. So she didn't give you her best years, but she's expecting you to give her your best years when she fat and old and wrinkly, and you at your peak. You still looking good, distinguished with your gray hairs. You making the most you ever made. She wants you to give her your best years, but she didn't give you hers. And that's a bad deal, fellas.
I
Why
want to
not?
have.
And you can chill out, then why not work
Because
together?
I don't know. I just feel
and
like
chill?
I'm still young and I still want to accomplish things in life. So I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out
Accomplish
there.
things with your man.
No.
Do it together.
He just said no, no, no. She has a boyfriend, and this man said accomplish things with your man, and she said no, no, no. And she currently has a boyfriend. I don't want to accomplish shit with that nigga. I want to do it all by myself, for myself. Like, think about that for a second. Think about what she just said. This is a woman with a significant other. And he said, hey, accomplish things with your man. No, 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 no. That's breakup worthy right there.
I still want to accomplish things in life. So I'm sure there's a lot of ladies out
Accomplish
there.
things with your man.
No.
Do it together.
Me and him.
Be the trophy wife and do it with. Bring all the stuff you're bringing to this company and bring it to your man.
But why?
Wouldn't that be simple, Rico? If you want to be a trophy wife for real.
But you could be a boss lady and a trophy wife, and the way to do it is to do kind of what Esso was just saying. Like, you want to boss up, cool, but you gotta boss up with me. Boss.
All right, let's talk. Here's the way to do it. I'll give them the blueprint. I'll give them the blueprint. Women have to get their life together early. They don't got time. So this is what I would tell my daughter. You want to be an astronaut or whatever the fuck, a lawyer, whatever the fuck, cool. Find your mate now at, 18, 19. Start pushing out his baby. Start your family. Give them your best years, your young, hot years. Push the babies out. You can live with daddy. I'll help take care of y'all with pride. Raise his kids up for 10, I would say we'll just say 15 years. So let's say you start pushing out babies at 21, you pushed out 3, you stair-stepped them, so what? So you pushed out your first one at 21, so then at 23, and then 25. So you done having kids at 25 if I did that math right. So cool, you got 3 kids at 25. The young man is trying to figure life out as he should be. I'm helping whatever I got to do to, have my legacy succeed, my bloodline succeed. And then cool. So by 21, so let's see, she pushed out the first one at 21. So by 36, am I right? So by 36, the oldest is 15. That's old enough to watch the younger ones. Now you can get your career started. You put 15 years into raising the kids, and now from 36 to retirement, you could be a career woman. Great. Great. That's still time. That's still time to go be a doctor if you want to. You can still go to school for 10 years, get your, what do you call it? Graduate medical school at 46, and was it his residency or something? So yeah, about 50, you can still do 50 to 70. You still got 20 years as a doctor. That's an extreme case. But even if we just say a 4-year degree, so by 40, you'll be starting in your career, 40 to 70. Look, you had it all. You raised the family, you had a 30-year career at what you wanted to do. And truth be told, you could start going back to school for your degree while raising the kids. I mean, that could probably be worked out. So even if you get your degree at 32 something, you know, that's how you do it if you want to do that. But yeah, like Kevin Samuels used to always say, women of other nationalities and races don't have to sacrifice family or career. They do both. They meet their husband in college, they have kids, they had a babysitter, they had a daycare, and they both are career people. But black women want to go be in the streets. It's their rite of passage to them. I gotta hold up a little bit, party it up with my girlies for 10 years. And their results, show how that turns out when you choose to do that. Look, honestly, most black women just aren't relationship material based on how most black girls are raised. And the same thing for most black men. Most black men aren't husband material. It is what it is. It's a fucking shit show in the black community. Complete shit show.
Saying like you want to.
Before we continue, what up, Ricardo? Let's get the donations up. Oh, let's get the likes up. I got 13 people watching me, only 5 likes. That's just a slap in the face. It's just a slap in the damn face. I get not donating, but I don't get not liking. I just don't get it. So yeah, let's please get the likes up. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chat, Super Sticker. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get them likes up though, just out of respect.
Wife for real?
But you could be a boss lady and a trophy wife, and the way to do it is to do kind of what Esso was just saying. Like, you want to boss up, cool, but you gotta boss up with me, boss up with me.
Oh, and let's be clear. When they say trophy wife, they're not even including kids into that. They just want to sit at home and look pretty and go shopping. That's what a trophy wife is. See, they didn't say stay at home mom. They said trophy wife. See, and this is one of the main reasons why 8, 9s, and 10s aren't relationship and wife material, because they're too gassed up off their looks to be a proper wife and mother. See, being a proper wife and mother is about putting your kids and your husband above yourself, your looks, your wants, your needs, your this and that. You put your family first. That's wife material. And not only, let me be clear, it's not only about putting your kids and husband first, it's about loving it. I love that I put my kid. It's not that I'm like begrudgingly putting my kids and husband first. It's my pleasure to put my husband and kids first. If a woman don't feel like it's gonna be her pleasure to do it, then I'll leave that alone. Here's the reason why women don't want to settle down. Well, let me put it like this. The reason why women don't want to settle down early, because settling down is boring. Women never really want to be bored, but they'll tolerate being bored for protection and provision and a retirement plan once they get old and blowed out. But young and cute, they not trying to sit somewhere and be bored. Well, let me not say bored, because having 3 kids ain't boring. It may be a lot of things, but it ain't boring. But you know what I mean. That's not the type of spark they want to their life. They, they want to not be bored in a fun way, not in a responsible way that's contributing to the greater good. They say you could do anything to a woman but bore. That's real shit. Set the bitch aflame. I I seen actually on a dating show where the woman was like, "Oh yeah, my ex set me on fire." Like, and she loved every minute of it. I mean, not actually being on fire, but it's a sickness. I can't explain it. But she probably went back to him after he set her ablaze a couple times. She didn't stop fucking with him like that that moment. Like, she still fucked with him after that. That's where the saying come from. You can do anything to a woman but bore.
To boss up, cool, but you gotta boss up with me, boss up with, like, you gotta kind of conjoin things together in some type of way. But when you want to be an independent boss and cut your partner out of the deal completely, now you're going on your own route. You're not a wife. First of all, there's 2 words that we are really focusing on, right? It's trophy and wife, right? You could be a trophy, which is a prize, and then you got to be a wife at the end of the day. So, a wife to me, we already know. I already broke that down what a wife to me is. So if you want to be a boss, trophy wife, boss up, bring it to the home team, and we're going to boss this up together. Now, if you want to be a boss lady, you do your own thing. You're going to keep it for yourself. And that's when I feel like when you're too independent, you can't be a trophy wife.
You can be a boss lady and a trophy lady. Yes, you can't be too independent and not give your man, any cut. But you are okay to be a boss.
Oh, look, and this is why I changed my view on this. I don't condone at this point. I don't condone any type of female empowerment, financial empowerment, vehicle empowerment. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, I believe they should be controlled. I think their finances should be controlled. Every boss woman should have a man somewhere controlling it. I don't believe in female independence or empowerment in any way, shape, or form. Unless you just don't got a man, in which something went terribly wrong already if you don't. But I mean, there will always be exceptions. There's always exceptions to everything. So I would make exceptions. But generally speaking, as a general concept, I don't condone any type of female empowerment whatsoever, especially financial. So yeah, if you want to be a boss, go be a boss, and all the funds get deposited into the man's account, flat out.
any cut, but you are okay to be a boss and a trophy wife. It's a new time. It's a new generation.
Yeah, and speaking for the bosses and
What up,
trophy
Ivan?
wives at home, such as myself, you see, like what you said did stand out to me. I do feel like you can't just be all about yourself, because then it's not really true to the relationship. How are you a trophy?
How are you a wife?
How are you a wife? Exactly. But you see, like with my experience, my relationship right now, we are working on several businesses together.
Ooh.
Yes.
This is all. I'm tired of people talking about businesses. I'm tired of people talking about businesses. Most businesses fail. Like working on several businesses. I just wish people couldn't say that until they making 20K profit off of a business to even say that word. Look, this was in 2021. Where can I find her? Can we find her Instagram? I bet she's not with this man no more. I'd be willing to, I mean, I'm not wishing it, but is there any way we could find this woman's? I need this woman's IG. How much you want to bet she's not with this man anymore? Please, where's the Instagrams? These fucking people's Instagrams at? They don't tag the individuals. Fuck. Oh well. Let's continue. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, you're probably right, Define.
So
Yes.
okay, so I'm a boss and a trophy wife. Okay, get it straight.
And with my boyfriend, we always talk about businesses we want to open together. Obviously, it's not going to happen now. We're waiting to do that when we get to the next level of a relationship. But when you were talking about how if a woman is too independent, she can't be a trophy wife, I kept thinking about myself, because I had to teach myself not to be way too independent in a relationship, because I noticed that that's pushed men away from me because I'm so independent. So it is also being a woman that can hold herself accountable and not make the man feel insecure or make him feel like he's not on the same level as her.
I mean, both
Well, I don't
partners
wanna
need
keep
to
on
feel
going-
needed.
I don't want to keep going into this insecure thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Comes with it.
I want to go something that Essa was saying. I want Essa to say it because Essa is.
This insecurity thing. I mean, hey, maybe look. I'm sure there are guys who are insecure about the fact that their woman makes more money than them. I'm sure that's a thing. Um, it may be a big thing. I can't say. I don't know. Like, I think rightfully so, these men probably feel entitled to their women's money. They probably feel entitled to it. Like, you my bitch, whatever you making, that's I'm making it. I'm the boss around here. And I get it. I get that line of thinking. And I think that's where see, women are gonna try to leverage that power or leverage the fact that she makes more and try to have more leverage in a relationship. But no, your money shouldn't give you more leverage in a relationship as a woman. You need to just submit. You just need to submit. And I think that's where the problem comes in. If the woman makes more than the man, most women are gonna have a hard time submitting. And that's where the problems are gonna come about. So I don't know too many dudes. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the stats. But I can't imagine most men would have a problem with a woman making more than them if her attitude was like, "Yeah, babe, mi casa, su casa, whatever you need, I got you. My cake, your cake." I don't think most men would have a problem with that. It's when she try to use the fact that she make more as, a leverage thing and, you the little dog in this situation because I make more money, which is what most black women do if I had to take a wild guess. Imagine making one of these chicks your girlfriends on a podcast with their tits and ass and hoo-ha's out. Imagine. men's standards are in hell. Men just want to be with a hot chick. Maybe men are dumb. I don't know. When it comes to women, maybe men are stupid. I just want to be with a hot chick, bro. She hot though, bro. I don't care. Have some fucking standards and some self-respect, my guy. See, but here's the thing. You got some dudes who, when they come into the relationship, they come in with that alpha energy. Like, they come in basically demanding for the woman to, how can I put this? How can I put this? Certain dudes come into the situation with women with power and leverage based off maybe height, looks, and charisma. So he coming in like, cool, I make 30K, you make 150K. I'm looking at it like that money basically mine. And if you don't see it that way, then I'll just leave you because I got bitches. So see, when a dude come in with that type of energy, the woman is more likely to be, okay, baby, whatever you need, whatever you want me to deposit it into your account at 2 weeks? See, and that's not most men though. So some would say it's pointless to even have these conversations with the average man because that's never going to be the average man. But I just want to throw it out there. There are men who can come in and just demand whatever they want out of the woman, and she's going to give it to them, including their check. Most guys aren't that guy. But then the man also got to know, like, okay, if she make 150K and I make 30K, well, why she ain't with a man that make 150K or more then? If she worthy of it and she qualify for it, why does she have to quote unquote so-called settle for me? Because let's be honest, if this hot 150K woman could have got a guy who made 150K or more, she woulda. If she coulda, she woulda. So she's gonna try to make it seem like you're less than her because you make 30K and she make 150K. But you could just be like, well, bitch, if you could have got somebody who made what you make or more, you would have did it. You couldn't have did it, and that's why you with me. So let's not play that game. Yeah, let's not play that game. And look, money don't make you a good partner. So I mean, you can make a million, you can still be a piece of shit. And I could still be the prize in the relationship because I'm a better human than you, even though you make more money than me. Let's not lose sight of that either. I could be smarter than you, stronger than you, better than you in every imaginable way other than making more than you. Whatever. But see, X says they would never admit that, but that's why you gotta tell them to their face. You gotta just look them in their eyes and be like, if you coulda got a guy who made a certain amount, you woulda. You gotta look them in their eyes and tell them that. Like, I know that. So don't try to pull the wool over my eyes like you doing me the favor. Because why did you have to do a man a favor and why couldn't you get what you wanted? So yeah, I'm never gonna let you get away with this whole like this whole aura like you doing me a solid by being with me. Cause there's the door. I don't ever want a woman to feel like she's doing me a favor by being with me. Every woman I ever dated, I have said, "Hey, you can leave. I'm not getting on my knees begging anybody to stay. Nobody, you don't gotta be with me." You know why I can say that? Because even with all my flaws, I'm a pretty solid dude. Can't nobody, I mean, nobody's gonna convince me I'm not. I mean, I'm not, patting myself on the back, but I know I'm not a bad man. I'm positive. And if you think I am and you think you could do, good luck with the next guy. I know he's not gonna have my character, my intelligence. It's just not. My great heart. He's just not gonna have it. So good luck. And Defon says he see a lot of these Gen Z women not dating at all anymore. Yeah, but they still getting plowed. I mean, he's saying they're not even chasing Chad. So I don't know about that, Defon. So you think they're having no interactions with men to find? I don't believe it. But even if it's not good, God bless them. Leave us alone. It's fine. It's fine. Men are going their own way. Women are going their own way. It's cool. I'm not gonna shame them into being with somebody. Go your own way, ladies. Leave us the fuck alone. And I want you to be happy, because I still got to deal with you at the Wendy's checkout, and I don't want to deal with your bitchy attitude. So go fuck off. Go your own way, and please go find some happiness somewhere, so I don't got to deal with your misery when I do have to interact with you in society.
Secure thing, you know what I'm saying? But
Comes with it.
I want to go something that Esther was saying. I want Esther to say it because Esther is.
I feel like the women, when y'all the ones that get the money, y'all cheat and y'all don't adhere to nothing. Y'all just do your own thing when y'all got the bread. So there's no, there
Wait,
is
so
no,
we
there is no.
But men do
Listen,
too.
women that got the money right now, I'm gonna say that they be acting crazy. I can't talk about you or you. I'm talking about the majority of what I've come in contact with, and I come in contact with a lot of people. I come in contact with women that have a lot of money, and they minds right now, the women with the money, they acting real crazy when they got the bag. So there ain't no partnership that's going on with the women. They going to get their bread, and they keeping their bread here, and there is no partnership with no man. So there is gonna be no trophy husband. They think about they think about the hypocrisy the same way Barb thinks about it. Us women can do it.
Men can't.
Us women can do it, and and y'all men can't do it. And they will look at us in our face and tell us that this is how it goes, and this is a fact. They say that we can do this. We can change rules, right? This is what boss bitches, women, ladies, girls, this is what they all do, okay? They make their rules and then they want you to adhere to rules.
Here's the thing. I don't even want to use happiness as the bar. Look, woman's nature is to self-destruct. A woman is born programmed to self-destruct. A man got to come in and fix it and keep her stable and on the right track for the rest of her life, or she will completely destroy your life, even if she's a boss babe with a lot of money. Women are fucking nuts and they're self-destructive. The only thing that can fix it is a decent man in their fucking life. Flat out. But I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay? They make their rules and then they want you to adhere to rules. So no wonder my man, I'm going with Rico. So the trophy wife definitely has changed. I was wrong. I recant everything that I said prior. Rico is right. She needs to get out here, get a job, make sure she can pay for what I could pay for, because they thinking like these two right here. Period.
Esther, are you well? Are you well?
Drop the mic.
I can't believe that you said that when men who've made more money than their wives all these generations always cheated, always treated their wives, made their wives a stay-at-home wife, depressed, didn't care what she was going through.
Oh my gosh, it's always gonna be a sob story. And that's another thing about women. They're always gonna find a way to be a poor, pathetic victim, and life is just so hard against women, no matter what. Put the bitch in a mansion and give her a credit card with no limit. And yeah, but the maid forgot to empty the dishwasher. Like, shut the fuck. Never fucking happy, never content. Just then, and this is the argument that some make, that they're just not worth being in long-term serious relationships with. Women are great in short spurts. They're wonderful and they can be wonderful in short spurts, but 50 years living under the same household, whether you're rich, poor, in the middle, as a man, it's just gonna be hell. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse with time. See, usually usually money just speeds up and pours fuel on their fire of self-destruction. Like, what do you think? Let's just say this woman right here make 200,000. What do you think she's gonna spend it on over the 50 years? Botox, pointless fucking name brands that people made in China for 2 cents, chains, expensive brunches, fucking expensive unnecessary trips. She's just gonna fucking blow it all and end up old, rich, and miserable with no kids and no husband, contemplating suicide every night in her mansion. So who cares if she got money?
Said that when men who've made money, more money than their wives, all these generations, always cheated, always treated their wives, made their wives a stay-at-home wife, depressed, didn't care what she was going through, didn't care about the hobbies that she liked or none of that. So why are you saying that every woman
My
that
father
makes
cared about my mama's stuff that she wanted to do. So I'm gonna act like y'all. I don't know what you're talking about. This is where I come from. And where I come from is that my father cared about what my mother wanted to do, and he paid the majority of the bills. She had to pay the house bill, and she paid for the groceries.
Okay,
and she
so
got to blow all her money.
You want to stay at
So
home.
that's where I come from.
You want a submissive, stay-at-home wife that basically has no drive or anything like that.
I don't
You
want-
can't handle
we're
a
not
boss,
talk-
boss lady,
We're
boss
not
wife,
talking
boss
about
Look at her getting all triggered. We can't handle it. No, it's not that we can't handle it. We don't want it. That would be like, oh, you can't handle a short, balding king who make 30K. No, it's not that you can't handle it. You don't want it. The shaming tactics, they're not going to work. You can't shame men into wanting what we don't want. Same way we can't shame y'all into wanting 5-foot men who make 30K a year. Get your damn hand out of my face before I break it. See, that's the type of talk that women respect. I'm still not gonna do that because it's just not who I am. I'm gonna just try to be a gentleman and sophisticated and classy. But what they respect is when they do shit like this, get your fucking hand on my face before I break that shit, bitch. That's the man they respect, the man that'll say that. I mean, they'll complain, like, I can't believe he said that to a woman, but her pussy got a little bit wet though. Yeah, don't pay attention to what they say, pay attention to what they do and what they pussy react to. Bars. No, but don't say that. I was just pointing that out. I'm not saying you should say that. You know, keep it player, keep it gentleman, keep it classy. But unfortunately, a lot of times that's the only language that they understand. That's the only thing that's gonna make them not jam their hand in your face and for the future. It's just best to not be around these type of women.
what I can handle. We're talking about what the trophy wives
I'm
are
just
in the
saying.
world. I can handle anything that's thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? I have a. If you would have saw the last show, I have a wife that makes a tremendous amount of money, and she gets on my nerves because she works all the freaking time. So that's why.
Their divorce, he's going through a divorce right now, by the way. I'm not laughing at his pain, and he's still on the internet talking some shit, even while going through a divorce. Maybe he'll learn one day, maybe not.
Why does that not surprise me?
I'm on this panel because I deal with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So when I just said last week, I said we make a lot of money. We're good. I'm not rich, but I'm very comfortable. And I said she wants to always start a new business. She wants to go do this because she wants to be a boss bitch. But while you bossing, you can lose the shit you have, which make you a boss and lonely.
No, that's what goes back to what
And I
Rico
don't think
was
that
saying.
people want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, y'all
You definitely gotta find a balance.
Y'all are in the mind state of how y'all feel, and I grant you that. But like I always tell people, it's two people in the situation.
Takes two
You
to
got to
tango.
worry
Yes.
about what I feel too, and how I'm feeling about when you're bossing up and where you're going. And for her boyfriend to say, I'd rather you just be home with me. He's just telling you that this is how the man is thinking.
But you're dimming her light, bro. And this is what I'm saying. This is why if a woman is that ambitious, let her go be ambitious by her damn self. This is what we need clarity on in the beginning talking stages. What do you value more, family or your ambition continuing to grow until you get Oprah status, which probably won't happen, but let's just say it's possible that it could. You got to ask those hypotheticals. Like, okay, you a career woman. Okay, well, what would you pick, your career or your family? It shouldn't be any hesitation. Like if you had to just forfeit your career for the rest of your life and just throw it away and you could not have a career at all and have your family, which one would you pick? If she struggles to answer that question, she's not to be taken serious, or you shouldn't start a family with her. Honestly, a woman shouldn't even be that damn ambitious. It's ambitious. It's masculine. I'm sorry, man. Like so I just speak in absolute sometimes. Like fuck female empowerment and fuck female ambition. That's not what you were put on this earth for. Sorry. Don't be mad at me, be mad at God. Well, actually, I just laid out earlier how you could have both. So I'm not even mad at a bitch being ambitious. Be ambitious after we raise these damn kids up until the point where they can watch themselves. And then even after you become ambitious, don't neglect me. So I think women should be allowed to be ambitious as long as they got their family together, as long as it doesn't compromise them keeping their husband. How can I put it? As long as it doesn't compromise them being a good mother and a good wife, or at least a decent mother and a decent wife. That's where society should cut off female ambition. When it hinders their ability to at least be a decent mother and wife.
Say, I'd rather you just be home with me. He's just telling you that this is how the man is thinking. And it's not really merging with how the women is thinking right now because y'all want more. And granted, you got to go get more.
Yeah, and you need
because
to
it's
keep
different
up.
right now. So it's a double-edged sword.
They want to go make all this money, but they don't want to contribute equal to the household. So that's another question you got to ask a woman up front. Okay, you a boss, you going to school to be a doctor. So how much of that doctor income you want to go to the family bills for a lifetime? Not if I fall off for a couple months, no, for a lifetime. And if you're not trying to, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What kind of bitch ass nigga is gonna be in a relationship with a doctor or marriage with a doctor? And let's just say he make 400,000 and she make 200 as a doctor. You get to keep most of your 200, bae, and I'll spend all my 400 on the family and invest in our future and stuff. But you get to keep your two. Well, that don't even like what?
What? What are you talking about?
Because that's what they don't talk about. Okay, you make all this money. How many bills are you paying with the money?
More. And granted, you got to go get more.
Yeah, and you need
because
to
it's
keep
different
up.
right now. So it's a double-edged sword. I'm not saying that y'all are wrong. I'm saying that the balance game is totally fucked
It's
up
definitely
now.
different because I'm lucky that I have a man like that. Not a lot of men are like that. The regular men outside are not telling you, yo, quit your job, stay at home with me. So I'm lucky that I have someone like that. But in a sense,
And you're risking him by being on the couch next to Rico with your hoo-ha and your tits out with some big hoop earrings. She's willing to throw it away because, that's why I say 8, 9s, and 10s aren't worth relationships. Because they're used to having some nigga in the inbox talking about, I'll take care of you, baby. They don't value it. They don't value anything. They've been used to getting their ass kissed and money and gifts thrown at them since they were born. They're not going to appreciate shit you do for her. She's just going to feel like that's what you were supposed to do because I'm a bad bitch. And that's one of the main reasons why men shouldn't take 8, 9s, and 10s serious. 8, 9s, and 10s are for playing with. Unless y'all fell in love in high school or college or something, and she been riding with you ever since or something like that. A rare, rare, rare occasion.
The regular men outside are not telling you, yo, quit your job, stay at home with me. So I'm lucky that I have someone like that. But in a sense, it's this generation. We're in a generation now where women are obsessed with like woman empowerment and being independent and becoming a boss. So that momentum is gonna have to eventually level out. You guys are gonna have to accept the trophy and the boss.
I always say this, it's 21-1 out here though. So who's really gonna be left alone? Is it gonna be the men or is it gonna be the women for real? And I'm gonna be straight with you.
But
like,
guess what? Women have vibrators.
I know a lot of older women right now, like my sisters and my god sisters, because I'm the baby in the family. I'm 15, 20 years behind people, right? They all was beautiful like y'all. They all felt like y'all and part of my friends, but I talk like this, and them bitches is fucking lonely right now. And they're regretting everything that they said because they didn't realize that it wasn't this many men out here. They didn't realize as they get older, everything shrinks. As men get older, the shit, as long as you got paper, it opens right up. If you're 40, you can fuck 20-year-old girls. If you're 50 and you got a bag, you can fuck 20-year-old girls. It never changes. But for the women, everything changes as they get older. You have a baby, you gain weight.
My nigga.
So, okay. Define is saying that's what I said, RB. I said these women have it all, but they aren't really dating. So are you telling me that all these women in your mind, are you saying what, like 60 to 70% of women out in the world are celibate? Is that your perspective, Define? That they just not dating, not talking to men, not looking at men, not fucking men, like 60 to 70% of women are just completely celibate, not dealing with men in any way? Because I would have to disagree. Well, no, he said if you got the bag. Look, I mean, yeah, I agree. He's talking about 20% at most. Like older men that can fuck a 50-year-old men that can fuck a 20-year-old. That's like what? 10% of 50-year-olds maybe at best. 20% at like absolute what? Best 20% of 50-year-old. I mean, I agree. I mean, basically what he's saying is top 10% men are gonna do their thing regardless. And that's true. See, here's the problem. It's too many men that aren't okay with being alone. And I get it, we're human. We don't want to be alone. But what I'm saying is men will put up with a lot more because they just fear being alone. So they'll put up with pretty much anything a woman does at a certain point. Once you get 50, 55, oh, I don't want to die alone, so I'll just put up with anything. I think every man should learn how to be okay with the idea of just being alone, even if it means dying alone. Because you're not going to budge on your standards. And a lot of women feel like that, like, fuck it, well, I'll die alone because I ain't settling for less. Bitch, you are the lesser. You are less. That's a whole nother conversation.
Paper, it opens right up. If you're 40, you can fuck 20-year-old girls. If you're 50 and you got a bag, you can fuck 20-year-old girls. It never changes. But for the women, everything changes as they get older. You have a baby, you gain weight, you start looking old, your hair fall out, menopause, all types of stuff. All types of stuff go.
How do you beg to differ that? I beg to differ that when you get older, like you get your hair start falling out, you go through menopause and this and that. That's you can't beg to differ biology, but they'll just say anything to try to have an argument. I beg to differ. I don't have any logical reason to differ, but it's a scientific fact that a woman's sexual marketplace value decreases as she gets older. That's just a fact. There's no arguing that. And don't get me wrong, a man's sexual marketplace value, well, for most men, they'll never have any sexual marketplace value. But even the men who don't have any sexual marketplace value, if we talk about true value, most women would still be lucky to be with one of those guys. But that's another conversation.
This concept of I could do better, bitch, at least 85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. The only thing that kept a woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the woman's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just, looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Okay, let's talk about it. Well, okay, Define just said his grandma could get a guy. Well, yeah, any woman could get a guy, but they don't want that guy. And they're going to sabotage the relationship with that guy, and they're not going to stay with that guy. So it's not really a flex for a woman to say, I can get a guy I don't want. Like, and I don't even know if that would be a flex. That wouldn't be a flex for a guy. I can get, I could pull a 700-pounder. Like, because let's never lose sight of this. Women don't care about 80% of men at all. 80% of men aren't human. So anytime a woman is thinking or talking about a guy, she's thinking and talking about at least top 20 percenters. Women don't care if they can pull 80% of men for the rest of their lives. They don't care. They only care about what they can get from the top 20% guys. Even right now, when he's talking about getting fatter and older and you got kids and she don't care about not being attractive to the bottom 80% of men. She only care about what the top 20% of men are going to be attracted to. Yeah, women argue in bad faith, for sure.
Start looking old, your hair fall out, menopause, all types of stuff. All types of stuff goes on with y'all later on in life that y'all don't plan ahead for, thinking that this is how it's gonna be for the rest of your life, and it don't be like that.
And to go off, more of the story is, based on what Essa was saying, women start off at high value. As they go older in life, their value decreases. As men, we start off at zero value. As we go up in life and build our life, our value increases. So y'all gotta find a middle ground because y'all can't be bossed up forever.
We're in a world that is forever changing, and with every generation, it is just growing and growing and growing. Realistically, Rico and Esso, you guys have no choice as men, but to grow with it. You have to grow with the times.
We don't. The new times are bullshit, and that's why society is fucked up. So we refuse to go along with whatever bullshit y'all talking about. And let's be real, you're not gonna stay with a man who goes along with whatever y'all talking about, because he doesn't have a spine at that point. Okay, babe, whatever you say goes. Okay, I'll go with whatever times you say are new or whatever. Like, you're not gonna respect that man. You're gonna cheat on him. You're gonna leave him. You're gonna sabotage the relationship. Never follow women. Never listen to women. Never let women set the standards or rules, because you're gonna ruin your life and hers. Well, she's gonna do that on her own regardless, but you know what I mean.
Women are changing every day. There's women listening to this right now that I know are bosses and trophies, just like me.
Y'all not bosses though. Let's be real. Only 15 to 17% of women make 100K. So even if this is true for 20% of women, what about the other 80% of women who work at Walmart and shit? Would you give the same advice to them?
Women are changing every day. There's women listening to this right now that I know are bosses and trophies, just like me, just like Barbara. So you guys are gonna have to grow with the time and just accept these women for who they are. Women as a trophy and as a boss bring so much to a man's life. Like, I know that I'm blessing my man every day, just like he blesses me. We both feed each other. We both need each other. our energies, me being a boss is helping him secure the bag even more. He brings me the deals. They're like, damn, that's your girl. You got it.
Yes.
Whatever you need.
Exactly.
That's not fucking true. What? Maybe because they're trying to fuck you, but that's not how that go. Bring me a deal. Oh, that's your girl. I'll sign the business deal with you because I like how your girl looks. Yeah, that's how the business world works. What an idiot! What a fucking idiot!
There's just something about that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, man. Well, I've been on an hour. Guess I'll get off here. All right, I'll see y'all tonight between 5 and 7 p.m. Central Time. Join the membership. It's only $5 a month. I think I'll try to get around to making an exclusive membership episode right now. Check out merch. Link in the description. The merch is, yeah, you know the new merch. Can't save all these hoes, you know? Can't save them all. uh, remember, I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Get your merch today. Fuck it, let's keep going. I'll be back. I'm about to go take a leak and we're gonna see how long I could push this. Or maybe I'll bounce because we about to go over Tracy. Yeah, they love that tough talk. Did I lose all my audience? Well, I did tell them I was leaving. Or do people just hate Tracy that much?
Hello, you guys. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel.
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
See what Tracy crazy ass talking about for a minute. Dynamic duo, Tracy and Anita.
Welcome back to the channel, you guys. In today's video, we are going to talk about the future of relationships. You guys know on this channel, we talk about relationships and I give you guys my advice on men and relationships and things like that. In today's video, though, I want to specifically talk about where I see the future of relationships going. The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally hit you. They will disrespect you. They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
I feel like women have always hated and resented 50-year relationships with men. I feel like most women get to a point where they hate it. They hate the whole concept. And you know what? I get it. Cooking, cleaning, submitting, that's not really what they naturally want to do. And I mean, shit, on the other side, do men really want to bust their ass to provide and have to hear a woman's mouth? I mean, do men and women even really like being in 50-year relationships with each other, living under the same roof? I don't think either party really like it. If we talking about what it actually becomes and what it is in reality, not the fairy tale, I don't think men or women, either one of us like it. But it's what we did throughout the centuries, just so we can make it through this crazy life, you know? But it would make sense that if we got to a point where we didn't quite need each other to survive, that this would happen and we would go our separate ways. Because men and women don't really like each other. We like the fairy tale parts of each other, which is a part of us. Maybe the good sex, maybe just the part when y'all holding each other on the couch watching TV. What's that? What percentage of life is that? A pretty small percentage. The rest of the parts, we don't like men. And men don't like women, and women don't like men. Outside of the 10 to 20% of the time when we enjoying the fairy tale parts of each other. So maybe that should be the extent of male and female relationships. You know, we kick it 2 or 3 times a week for a couple hours and then keep it moving.
For both men and women. But before I get started, you guys, be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe. And right below the video, you guys will see a little button that says,
Fight for my life.
You know, I'm just tired.
Ism, Sir Ism, do you have a question for me? Do you have a question for me? Keep it going while we wait on that question.
thanks. So if you want to support me and the Tracy Unplugged channel, you can hit the thanks button. And I say thank you to everyone who's already left me a thanks, and many thanks to all of those who leave me super chats on our live streams. Yes, you guys, I go live every single Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I thank everyone who leaves me super chats when I go live. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you.
Oh, let me answer that for you, Sir Ism. No, I don't like women. Most of them, no, they're not likable. Yeah, I don't like them. Hope I cleared that up for you. I don't like most of them. 90-95%. Fuck no. I don't find them to be likable people. It's not because I got something, so who hurt me type thing. It's just through my experience for the decades I've been on the planet. If I'm really just judging them with no bias, they're not likable people, most of them. So no, but don't like women. Oh, women do bite, sir. I don't know how old you are or how many women you've dealt with. So I don't know if you're young or just haven't had a lot of experiences with women, but they sure do bite. They sure do. See, outside of sex and getting validation from women when they're rubbing your head on the couch or whatever, they're pretty horrible and you know it. Women aren't good people, and I look. You'll realize it one day if you haven't realized it already. Most women aren't good people, but see, most men they wear those blinders, those girl blinders, where they don't judge women the same way they judge men when it comes to character and being a good person. Like for a lot of men, all you got to do is just be bitch, and you can earn that man's respect because you're just bitch. But see, I'm somebody who actually looks at somebody objectively and say, okay, in order for me to respect you, you have to show me respectable qualities. You can't just be a girl to get my respect. You got to be respectable to get my respect. And just putting on a fake smile from time to time and just existing as woman isn't enough to get my respect as a woman. I'm paying attention to how you treat people, how you talk, the decisions you make, the decisions you made in your life in the past. A lot of shit I analyze. How do you dress? Are you showing your tits and ass like a whore? Like I I judge women the same way I judge men, and that's what the feminists wanted, right? They wanted to be like on an equal playing field. So I see them on an equal playing field, and I judge them just as harshly as I would judge a man. Women don't deserve respect just because they're women, and women don't deserve to be liked just because they're women. And we were programmed to like them and to some hold them on some type of pedestal just because they're women. Okay, Sir Ism says he's checked my channel and I haven't said one good thing about women. Um, I'm sure I've said something good about them somewhere. But look, why don't you say a few good things about them? Since you want to advocate, how about you name 3 great things about most women? And I would be the first to concede if you can name me 3 great things about most, keyword most women. Nothing to do with physical, please. Nothing to do with physical. Because that's not really they didn't do anything to have a pussy. So I don't I don't know if I want to give them credit for that. And childbirth, they didn't really do anything to have the ability to birth a child. I mean, it's just somebody impregnates them, and it's just a natural process that takes over after that. I don't know if that's an accomplishment. So, aside from sex and childbirth, name me 3 things that are oh so great about most women most of the time. The ball's in your court, sir. I made my claim and I've defended it for 10 years, going on 10 years. There's a reason why this red pill shit didn't took off. It's not because men like me are lying. I'll tell you that right now. A bunch of men lying on women on the internet wouldn't have taken off. I assure you, sir. Trick logic. So are you a pimp, sir? I mean, I see the ism in your name. He says, so you got trick logic. I'm 54. I'm your uncle. You're no, sir. You're not my uncle. You just some old nigga. And I want to say this to all the old niggas out there. You're not important because you're older than somebody, and you're not better than anybody because you're older than them. There's younger niggas who got more money than you. There's younger niggas who will beat your ass in a fist fight. It's younger niggas who are more wise than you. So I gotta tell you old niggas, the whole I'm older, so I'm special shit, we gotta kill it. We gotta kill it. It's a lot of old, dumb, weak niggas that think somebody supposed to bow down to them because they old. Nobody gives a fuck how old you are, bruh. And I vow right now on my channel, I vow, no matter how old I am, I'm never gonna try to son a 18-year-old or act like I'm superior to an 18-year-old when I'm 60 just because I'm 60. This 18-year-old may be better than me now and better than me I ever was at 18. So this whole arrogant thing, like, I don't do the age thing. I'm superior because I'm older. You're my nephew. You're my little homie. You're my little. I don't do that sucker shit. And a lot of old niggas do, and I don't. And I'm proud of that. I don't do that age, that sucker shit with age. I don't, man. I don't. Or money or anything. Or even if I could beat somebody in a fight, none of that. Now, let's be clear. I'm glad we can clear some of this up. And it's all respect, Ism. It's all respect. I don't got a problem with you. Just wanted to clear a couple things up. Now, Sir Ism says some batch of women definitely hurt me. Now, pay attention to how many people we got in here. Now, pay attention. I challenged this man to name me 3 great things about most women most of the time. Now, if y'all noticed, he didn't answer that. Pay attention, folks. Pay attention. He didn't answer that question. And it's no coinky dink that he couldn't answer it. And now he's just continuing to shame me. But let's address some of his claims. I love a good challenge. Let's address some of his claims. He says basically, who hurt you? Let's be clear. Somebody hurt everybody. So the whole argument of who hurt you, there's not a man on this planet who hasn't been hurt by a woman. So to use that as some reason why you're saying what you're saying, or a man may be saying what he's saying, it isn't really a good argument. Because every man on the planet every heterosexual man on the planet has been hurt by a woman. So I think it's a silly assumption to say, "Oh, you're saying what you're saying because you've been hurt by a woman." That's like saying I'm saying what I'm saying because I pee and poop. Yeah, everybody pees and poops. That don't got shit to do with what I'm saying. I mean, maybe that was a bad analogy, but you know, the point is, I'm not hurt or bitter about women. I'm cool, calm, and collected, and I just assess women for what they are. I'm not mad at them, just like I'm not mad at a lion for killing a gazelle. It's what they do. I'm not mad at women. I think that's the biggest misconception about a lot of people in this space, is that we're mad at women. That is a phase of coming to our conclusions. At one point, maybe we were mad. I was never really mad, annoyed at times, but I'm not mad at women. I don't respect who they are as humans, most of them, but I'm not mad at them. It's a difference. There's a difference. I'm actually not mad at anything. There's a lot of bullshit things in life that I'm not mad at. I don't like it, but there's no point in being mad or hateful. Um, so no, just to clear that up, I'm not mad. Now, you made a comment about me being a dark person. Now that may be true. I am a little bit of a pessimist and a cynic. You know, I can't deny that. But even if I did become a more optimistic, positive person, I would still recognize that most bitches ain't shit and move accordingly. But let's be clear, I don't hate women. I don't dislike women, and I actually treat women with a lot more respect than they deserve. And let me say this: I treat women way better than they treat me. So that's how I know I'm still on the light side. I'm still working with God. So when God asks me about my life, I can say, "Hey, you can say what you want, God, about how I talked about women, but I damn sure treated them better than they treated me in this lifetime." So as long as I can still say that, I still think I'm good with God, and I still think I'm working for God by spreading the truth about women's true nature, so men don't keep getting fucked over and their lives destroyed, and men don't continue to kill themselves over women and shit like that when they do them dirty. Yeah, so I think I'm doing God's work. Now, what link am I dropping? I don't know what link I'm dropping. He said drop the link. I don't know. Oh, what? For you to come on? No, I don't do that. I'm sure you'll call me a coward for it, but I mean, there's nothing to really talk about. I mean, we could talk in here, but I don't do that. I don't like talking to people. Anyway, I mean, I guess I'm talking to people now, but you know what I mean. I don't do debates and shit. But do I buy box? No, I don't buy box. I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to buying box. Look, we all pay for it somehow, whether that's with mental anguish, money, trips, affection. Every man pays for box, whether it's his time, his money, like I said, his mental health, spirituality. Every man on the planet pays for box, or most 90% of men pay for box. So let's not get that fucked up. What else did I want to address? Yeah, I think I got them all. But yeah, I actually want the best for women. I want women to get back in their rightful place, in their feminine position, and submit to men, so we can guide them the way God intended for us to guide them. And you got ism in your so you're not the ism, sir. You're not the ism, sir. No. I'm sorry. If you talking like this, you definitely not the. You're not a P. You never were a P, and the ism isn't residing within you. If you talking like this, and then like I don't know if you were ever claiming to be a pimp, but how the fuck a pimp gonna have the moral high ground on how to treat women? Like you a pimp, nigga. How is a pimp gonna check me on like being too hard on women or ex? Like I need answers, bro. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool, man. Like you know what's funny about guys like this? No, I don't care about a bitch. See, that's the difference. Men like you need to be validated by having woman. A woman can't validate me. I'm a solid dude. Whether I, even if no bitch ever wanted to look at me, talk to me, or fuck me again, I don't need that validation because a bitch ain't worth enough to validate me. Having a woman isn't valuable enough to validate me as a human, and that's sad that so many men feel like that. Like I ain't valuable unless I got a bitch here with me. And I don't need a bitch to make me valuable. That's sad. That's sad. You know, and that's what's wrong with the world these days, man. We gotta stop putting so much value in a woman. A woman is my helpmeet. She don't validate me. A man validate a woman. The fuck? Where have we? How have we been manipulated so bad? How? A woman doesn't make me valuable. I make a woman valuable. Like I don't know, man. God bless you, Sir Ism. May the light reach you. I hope all your dreams come true. Respect, bro. Respect. God bless. That was fun, wasn't it, Rare Breeds? I might just chop that up and I might well, I'm trying to think. Can I get the comments on the screen? That was a good one. I'm gonna have to leave this stream up for that exchange. That was a good exchange. All right. And he says it's trick logic. I guess the logic I've been spitting this past 5 minutes is trick logic. Make it make sense, people. But I guess he sees everything in the scope of trick logic or pimp logic. And I think that the fact that that's the scope that he sees the world speaks volumes in itself. uh, it doesn't matter. God bless him. Hope he sees the light one day. You know, I guess he's a pimp. I guess. I don't know. Let's continue. Was
Okay, you guys, where do I see the future of relationships? Because you guys may be thinking, okay, Tracy, you are challenging women to go on a celibacy tour. You guys know that's my number one advice. And
you're a fucking loser. You're literally a fucking loser.
Tracy, you're challenging women to go on a celibacy tour for a minimum of 3 years. And you ladies may be wondering, okay, well, what about after 3 years? Well,
I mean, what's the point? I mean, yeah, I can't wait to hear this. Okay, go on the celibacy journey for 3 years. And yeah, what is that going to do? Please tell us, Tracy.
What would you advise? Here's where I see the future of relationships going, you guys. I personally, number one, for my women, I think that when you truly go on a celibacy tour and you decenter men no dating, no having any kids, of course, no marriage, no whoopee. I personally think when you truly decenter these men for 3 years minimum, and you focus in on you, yourself, your meaning and purpose and hobbies and what you have a passion to do, minimum 3 years, I personally think when you come out on the other side of that thing after 3 years, I don't think that you ladies will be interested in this traditional relationships at all.
Okay, well, what are you suggesting, Tracy, for society? I'm just curious. What do you suggest? Men and women don't have anything to do with each other anymore, and the human race ceases to exist. Is that your ultimate plan?
This is why I encourage my ladies to do a 3-year minimum celibacy tour, because I personally think that once you really go through 3 years of self-love, falling in love with yourself, self-care, self-improvement, self-development, that you will have so much love for yourself and you will value yourself so much that you will be so healed that you won't even look at these men the same way. You will have zero tolerance to deal with these men. You will just start seeing it as like a waste of time. You will just start seeing it like, I got too much other things I need to be doing.
Okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm out. I'm glad I stayed on for a little longer so I can have that exchange we just had. But all right, I'm out.